It is time to make the sound to summon the stream. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, short of breath on that one. Very embarrassing. Alright, greetings, dear viewers. I am Quill Quickcard, and let's hope the audio levels look good. Yep, they look like they are set okay. Alright, so, last time, I beat the Bed of Chaos. And, I also drained the water down in the New Londo ruins. As for today, I was thinking that I will start with the Duke's Archives. So we're going to head over to Anor Londo and just see what happens. My build is currently finished. I've got my 44 int, and at this point, pretty much everything is just going to be going into Vitality. Maybe I will be putting some points into Stamina. We'll see, but as far as the damage dealing portion and the equipment portion of my build, yeah, we're done. So my understanding is that when we get into this next area, Seath is going to kill me. So I do need to be aware of that. I know that there's a boar around this corner. Okay. Come on in. Come on. I know you're there. Gotcha. Okay, that's fine. And that's a boar down. Not bad, not bad. A second Fang Boar Helm. Fang Boar Helm. More importantly, a bonfire. Okay. crystal. Well, I already know this isn't going to end well. But there simply are some things that we have to do. Oh, okay. Crystal enemies. Hello. Neat. Okay. Got him down. Hello. Alright, you are pretty annoying. Oh god. And you are a spellcaster. Hello. These things are so strong. Okay. That's 2 down. So running up to this guy is going to be a problem. Okay. Crystal Man is down. Oh! Hello, sir. Gotcha. Do I have on the right ring? Yeah, I do have on the Chloranthy. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Wait for the cast. There we go. He's down. We're in a safe spot here. Okay. Alright, so I can actually kill these guys with a single stab. So that's good to know. God, would you just die already, please? Brave Warrior Soul. Nice. Ah. Okay. It's you down. Don't you be running. Enemy down. Not bad. This place is going to suck if I need to run through it. Okay. I don't even know where the hell that guy came from. That's alright. We've got another elevator here. Okay. Cool. Come on. Gotcha. Crystal Straight Sword. Yep, thought so. Gotcha. Twinkling Titanite. Alright, that's good. Damn it. Gotcha. Okay. Mimic dealt with for the Crystal Knight Shield. We're doing pretty well on this part of the archive so far. No sign of any messages letting us know about secret paths or anything. I wondered if it was symmetrical, and it was. There is a chest here. Okay. More Twinkling Titanite. Not bad at all. We cleared out the first room of the archives. Let's head on up. Oh wow, there's a lot of levels. Oh, this goes very, very up. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's fine. And got you. Okay. 2 stabs are enough to kill you. Good to know. Oh. Okay. Did I lose it? Oh. I'm about to die, aren't I? Okay. We got Seethe. Who, as far as I know, cannot be killed in this fight, I think. Whoa. Yep, okay. So there's the guaranteed death. Oh, Rare Ring of Sacrifice. You're right. I was thinking about how not to lose my souls. Whoops. Hold on, let me tab on over here so I can turn on the chat. Take that out. There we go. Needed to plug a thing in. Okay. Yeah, I'd completely forgotten about the possibility of using a Rare Ring of Sacrifice. Well, you know, that's okay. All we have to do is not die until we get our souls back. So, I mean, that shouldn't be too hard, right? Hi. There we go. Did you finish New Londo? No. I have not accessed any more of New Londo outside of draining the water. And I have not done any of the steps necessary to access the DLC. I have not even bought the Crest of Artorias yet. So. Oh. Hold on. Hi. Huh. Oh! That's what we need to do. Cool. Tower key. Oh, crap. Oh, damn. What the hell are those? What the crap? Ugh, those are so ugly. Alright. Those are so damn ugly. Okay, we have a way to climb up. We have a bunch of ugly things down there. Oh! Oh. Okay, okay. Hello, sir. Okay. They die to one stab. And I can line them up. They also die to a single soul spear. There's a couple more. But those don't seem to be coming up after me quite as aggressively. So that's okay. Alright, that door can't be opened from here. We could try going up. This seems like a very inconvenient library to browse. Okay, that's locked. I see 4 more down there. We got through the first batch of them okay. I might be able to kill one with a single Great Soul Arrow. I'm not 100% sure. Damn it. Okay. Be very careful. Okay. 2 more on the stairs. 4 more down at the bottom. Can't open that one. Okay, 2 Great Soul Arrows are enough to kill. It's 1 down. Okay, we got their attention now. Good. Come on, Crystal Boy. Goodbye, Crystal Boy. That's fine. Okay, that's another weird whatever the hell that is down. Hello, Alas. Welcome to the stream. Oh. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. Let's try it. Okay. $15 flasks left. Seath smoking that crystal. Yep. Yep, that seems to be what he does. Okay, there's still a lot of these damn things. A single great heavy soul arrow probably kills them. If not, a single soul spear does. Actually, let's give Homing Soul Mass a try. We know Homing Soul Mass can hit for about as much as a soul spear. Yep, that works. Okay, that's fine. Come on up here, fellas. Gotcha. Boom. Okay, so they die to a single cast. Good to know. Anything else hiding around before I start moving down that hallway? If I were the devs, I would hide something behind one of these bookshelves. Nope, doesn't look like it, and that is why I am not the one who designed Dark Souls. Alright, that's fine. Hey, isn't that Big Hat Logan? Oh. You guys are actually still alive. Didn't expect that. Hello. Seath has two goals: immortality and turning virgin women into tentacle snake monsters. Why do they specifically have to be virgins? You know, okay. I actually have a rare opportunity. I'm going to run back here where it's safe, and I'm going to go on a slight tangent here, because this is something I've actually thought about before. So, there are romance systems in a lot of good RPGs. And in many of them, there are, you know, multiple romances you can go for. There's, you know, fun, sexy times. You know, Dragon Age Origin had its brothels and so on and so forth. Here is what I have thought. Throughout literature, there is a common theme of... Okay. Just needed to check that my little switch here was right. So, here is something... Throughout literature, there is a common theme of purity and virginity being associated with power, particularly the power of faith. I cannot think of a single RPG that has a romance system, but also actually will provide a tangible benefit for the player if they do not pursue it, if they remain pure. And I think that is something that should exist. I think that's an interesting idea. I think there should be a game where you could potentially have as much sex as you could have in Baldur's Gate 3, but you as the player actually have to make a min-maxing decision on if you are willing to give up any of the fun times in order to gain certain gameplay benefits. I have never seen or heard of a game that has a system like that. And I really want there to be. Like, I want there to be a game where half the community is talking about how awesome the romance options are and how fun the sexy times are, and the other half of community is berating these people for clearly not min-maxing their characters appropriately. Like, actual tangible benefits, like stat bonuses, spells, abilities that you can only use if your character is a virgin. I swear there was a locked door up here I couldn't get to before. Okay, large soul of a brave warrior. So, like, yeah, if you want to have, like the best paladin skill in a game, it would force you. It would be like, okay, you can do this, but also, your character cannot at any time romance with any of the unbelievably hot characters we have put into this game. I think it would be a really fascinating thing. And you could potentially go... You could play a lot with that. There's a scaffolding to the left of the big exit door which leads to a ring. Understood. Okay, I still can't reach this.
Hello again.
Hey, Logan.
What meeting this is. Alas, I'm imprisoned once again. I don't suppose you could stage me a getaway. The archives. Such a storehouse of knowledge. So close, but just out of reach. The thought offends me, so I could simply die. As a student of the arts, you understand me, yeah?
I understand you completely. Look, I will do what I can. Scaffolding left of the big exit door. Okay. So if I had to venture a guess, my guess would be that this key opens the big door up at the top. Honestly, mostly I'm just glad that that horrible phonograph isn't playing anymore. Ah, okay. Okay. So the scaffolding... Ah, here we go. It does the same thing as the Darkmoon Seance Ring +1 attunement slots, but this time has Havilah Rock lore. Gotcha. Oh. Okay. So I don't think that's what you mean, and I wouldn't be able to get up from there. Okay, the scaffolding... This is going to be dangerous to get to, isn't it? If it looks too dangerous, I am going to... just sort of leave it be for the time being. Oh. Here we go. Havel's lore is best lore. It shows the power of humanity and the faults of God's rule. Look, if your world looks like this, I don't think you have to, like, go far to find evidence of the fault of the God's rule. Like, it's not exactly subtle. It's not exactly subtle about the fact that this world is pretty crap. Jumping. I do not believe you. That's unrelated scaffolding. The exit door is up the stairs at the top. Okay, this is a safe drop. At least as safe as drops get. Okay. And then that drops to the phonograph. It looks like someone was trying to build a clock in here and got, like, super bored after finishing a third of the mechanism. Whew. I'm just going to keep playing very, very cautiously. Because I would really like to be able to get my souls back. Because I had 40,000, and, I mean, I got spells to buy, man, and, like, a Crest of Artorias. Yeah, that's some expensive stuff. Okay, so this is the scaffolding, then. That is a hell of a drop. 11 flasks. I'm assuming the mechanism was like one of those rotating book wheels. Oh, that would actually make a lot of sense. Okay, maidenhoods, maiden ring. And then this goes back to the bonfire. I mean, I guess I can rest at the bonfire. But it's not going to refill my flasks at this point anyway. And I don't really want to kindle it unless I really need to. Especially because I'm pretty sure I'm probably never coming back to this room. Okay. There we go. I knew there had to be one of you somewhere. So that must be where Seath hangs out. Damn it. Come on. Nope. Nope. And you're dead. Okay. Someone's casting. Where from? Okay, the caster is up there. Alright, examine right, examine left. Okay. There's a big dancy man over there. Understood. Okay. Crap. Crap. Alright, that's fine. Alright, got him. Got him. Okay. Figured there might be a guy there. That's fine. Come on. Alright, so we're gonna have to go all the way around to get that. Got him. Okay. Wait for it. Okay, he's down. Any casters in here? Quick look. Quick look around the room. No sign of any casters. No chests over here. We're back in the primary room where we started. Okay, the big caster does respawn. Good to know. Okay. Got it. Alright, I hear you shooting. Alright, that's where you are. Damn it. Damn it. Kind of sucks how missable Siegmeyer's questline is. You gotta stealth. Gotta go see Thin Firelight, then backtrack to the middle of Blighttown. Screw that. Like, I've already been to the place in Lost Izalith where I think Siegmeyer would either join you or, you know, he'd either die or hollow. I've already been there. Got him. Okay, that's fine. Alright, are you a charger or are you a shooter? You're a shooter. Okay. Got him. Careful. I think I'm still doing pretty good. Before I go up any further, there is a stairway going down that I want to check out. So we're just going to Hogwarts these stairs real quick. I don't trust your corpse anymore. Okay, that's fine. Damn it. That's fine. Whoa. That's fine. Damn it. Alright, we got a shooty boy over here. Got him. Okay, shooty boy down. Damn it. Damn it! Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Be careful. 7 flasks left. So I'm assuming... Okay, 2 more over there. Okay. that brings down that. Crap. Crap. You rotten bastard. Gotcha. Okay. This leads back up to the path where Seath was. Then you gotta go into Lost Izalith and then back to Firelink, then to Ash. That's just too much. That is just too many independent, unrelated things. I genuinely don't know how people... Well, I mean, I guess I can understand how people find these things. I mean, I've brute forced bizarre, complicated things in games before too, but you would have to have, like, meticulous notes. Okay. So, if I go in there again, it's just gonna kill me, isn't it? Like, I can imagine being able to brute force your way into seeing some kind of progress, but you would basically just have to, like, stop and backtrack and search every corner of the map over and over and over and over again every time you did anything in the game. It just doesn't seem practical. But now I understand at least how this thing works. Okay. So this was the room where we started in on the archives, so we really don't need to go through there. God damn it. I have got to get up there and take that guy out. He is a real problem. I'm going to assume that if I had gone back through that fog wall, it would have just been another fight with Seath where I can't kill Seath. So, until I know for sure otherwise, I'm going to assume that any attempt to enter that room will result in my death. Although, okay. If things start to get really hairy, I can always run back into that room with the Ring of Sacrifice, and then just die again, but with my souls. That is a possibility. I also don't know how to help Big Hat Logan. So that's an issue. Okay. That's fine. Alright, we already cleared this area. Nope, I hear someone shooting me. Where are the shots coming from? Where are the shots coming from? I can't tell where they're coming from. Sorcery, strong magic shield. Interesting. I'm almost to the top level, as near as I can tell. Okay. Is it possible that they were below me? Well, we definitely have a side path. Okay. Damn it. Ow. Okay. Oh, God, controller. The controller blipped on me at the exact moment I was trying to dodge. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Let's make sure we're ready for melee combat. And I think through that door, I will finally be able to find the guy who's been casting spells on me. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Oof, I don't like this. I don't trust it. Maybe the true gods were the controllers we glitched along the way. Maybe. I've had one of my Wiimotes die on me this month, and the other one regularly and randomly will stop reading that it has the nunchuck in it. And I cannot account for that. Six-hide Helm of the Channelers. Okay. So that's... Okay, a stairway going down. And then this... opens the way into here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay, problem. That's fine. Let's actually go... Oh, boy. Gotcha. Yeah, we're gonna have to go melee. We know one big stab kills them. Damn it. Okay. 4 flasks. Absolutely love the Channeler sets for its stats and aesthetic, but every time you walk, it goes ching, 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 ching. But chingy sets can be good, though. Okay, we're good. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, we have reached a bonfire on the far side. Not yet. Not yet. I really want to see... if there is some more stuff I can account for before I go there. Okay, we're fine on that side. We've got a stairway up over here. That's just a basic corpse. Okay, and this was the other side of this room that I've already been to. So the next thing I want to do is backtrack to those stairs and go to the upper level. But on the way, we are going to check around the backside here. Oh, yeah, here we go. Like, one movable ladder. Yeah, that's probably all you need to access the books in here. You know, on the, like, 8th floor. That's probably fine. Okay. Up, 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 up. One thing that does have me a bit worried about starting the DLC is I understand that basically all the bosses in the DLC have massive magic resistance. Like, they just absolutely shoved anti-magic pills down all their throats until they were harder to cheese. Seath is blind. He created the six-eyed channelers to read him bedtime stories. Ah, okay, that makes sense. So, where do the virgin snake ladies come into this? What was their role in Seath's grand design? I think the channeler just had to gotten killed at some point. I really don't know where he went. But it looks like we've opened up a new path, so it's either a new path or it's just a shortcut. If it's a shortcut, I'm going to continue exploring. If it's a new path, preferably the one that leads into the Crystal Caves, then I'm going to run back and kindle the bonfire, and we're actually going to make the push for Seath proper. DLC bosses have a lot of flat magic resistance, but Dark Sorcerers deal split magic physical, so it's more annoying. I see. Ah, there you are. Okay, yeah, we're going to hit the bonfire. We have the fog wall there, and I think from looking at some maps that this must be the fog wall that is going to lead to the Seath fight proper. There's a ton of chests in this room. Alright, I will be sure to look for those. Alright, we're popping 5 humanity. Well, we're popping 4 humanity and we're spending 5. I am not going into a Lord Soul boss without being, like, fully prepared. And then I just have an extra on top of that because apparently I wasn't paying attention. And I was sitting on... Well, I was sitting on one. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so now that I have a bonfire here, now we're going for the rare Ring of Death, and we're gonna go get my souls from before. Come on, man. Get out of the way. Oh. Another crystal sword. Cool. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's a dead man. Oh, look at him. He's enjoying the elevator. Now, this time, I am going to remember that there's a thing on the stairs. Alright. Is there still a thing on the stairs? I don't see a thing on the stairs. Okay, we're fine. There we go. What? Is there anything else I need to do to get Big Hat Logan released? Oh, wait, is this gonna put me back in the cell? I may not have fully thought that one through. Okay. Ah. Got him. Just gotta find the key in one of the dozens of chests here. Got it. Okay. So I really should have found that before I let myself die. You say there's like 5 mimics here. Can you define here? The first time you said that, I thought you were referring specifically to like the dark room that I was in earlier. Like the one that led down to like the, what I'm assuming is like the crystal fog wall. Oh, you rat bastard. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Last time we saw this happen, he ran this way. Okay, he's down. Okay. Ah, crap. Okay. Nearly dead. Okay, that's fine. So I should have like the shortcut down now. Okay, that's fine. Damn it. Gotcha. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Crap. Alright, get to that bonfire. Did someone just throw a crap load of knives at me? Okay. Alright, let's check the dim room now. How did I miss that? Okay, that is the cell key. That is perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. So I did rest at the bonfire here. And now I know how to run back to the, oh! Oh, holy crap, it's a vagrant! Okay. Okay, it's a vagrant. Well, hell yeah! Nice! There's 3 more chests in that room. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. We will search for the other the other chests in time. But right now, my first priority is to get Big Hat Logan, while I am carrying enough souls to actually buy new stuff off of him. Okay, that's fine. Ouch. That's fine. Heal. Oh, I did finally... Homeward Bones! You are absolutely right. Okay, I might have just been thinking, oh, I'll just pop on another Ring of Sacrifice. It is possible that I had once again forgotten that Homeward Bones existed. So, yeah. Alright, are the serpent women back? No, they are not. Good. No. What I meant was to have my Estus flasks ready. Hello, sir. Actually, yeah, just do that. Cool. Soul Mass. Gotcha. And Wide Swing. Perfect. Alright, so I think I have a straight run to Big Hat Logan now. Because I think Big Hat Logan has some stuff that might be important for me. Whew. I would also like to point out that I did in fact manage to recover all the souls that I stupidly left in Indestructible Seath's room. And I feel really, really good about that. Okay. They are back. Okay. Good to know. let's just go ahead and clean them up a little bit. I mean, they really don't seem bothered by this. How the hell? Wow, that guy... This guy deserves a raise. That guy worked so hard to get to me. How long has he been chasing me? Sweet. Humanity. Hey, don't worry about it, Logan. I gotcha.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm saved.
Yep.
That makes twice. I must be sure to repay you. I will visit the archives. If I discover any new spells, I shall share them with you. Prepare to be impressed by the onward march of sorcery.
So, is he going to return to his previous position
Hello.
in Firelink? Or is he going to move to a new location? Firekeeper Soul, really? You don't say. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. He moves to the dim room. Oh. Well. That certainly makes this easy. Hello. Okay, mimic down. Symbol of avarice, enchanted falchion. What on earth is a symbol of avarice? I'm going to assume it's an accessory of some kind, or... Though Orbeck sells a second copy of Base Soul Spear back at Firelink. Ooh. Oh, hell yeah, I want that. Okay, symbol of avarice. I have no clue what that might be. Crystal Ember. I don't know what that is either. Is there any way to see, like, what's new? Those are all upgrade things. An ember for blacksmith weapon assumption. Oh, okay. Those are for assumptions. Okay. What does this do? High augmentation, left shield. Nah. I don't know why it would be a weapon. It definitely didn't look like it would be a weapon. But then again, these games can be kind of weird. I don't know why it would be armor either, but... You know, sometimes it's just fun to look through and see what you're carrying. It is armor. A monster head resembling a treasure chest. Once an ancient god, it is said this is the symbol of shame imposed on a long-lost clan, exiled for the sin of avarice. Wearing this slightly raises soul absorption and item discovery, but also affects the wearer with the curse of the branded. Okay. It's a helmet. That is weird. That is really weird. Okay. Logan! Hello, my man!
Hello there. I was expecting you. This place is truly magnificent, more than expected even. As promised, I shall share the new sorceries with you.
Oh, I love you, man.
Secret of
Oh my
Seath's
god, I have 90,000 souls.
The secret of Seath's immortality.
Yes, please.
If you have fought him and were imprisoned, you must know that Seath is a true undead, different from ourselves.
Buy all his stuff so you can unlock his catalyst and hat.
No mortal blow affects him.
Gotcha.
Granting true insulation from death. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death.
Okay.
It is an effect of the primordial crystal, a sacred treasure pillaged by Seath when he turned upon the ancient dragons. So only by destroying the primordial crystal can you so much as scratch his hide. And it so happens, the primordial crystal is in the inner garden of these very archives, the Crystal Forest.
Gotcha. Alright. Let's buy some stuff. Like, great, and that, and that. Crystal Soul Spear and Homing Crystal Soul Mass. Hell freaking yes. And now I am broke.
The knowledge here is limitless.
Do I have some souls that are going to work? Those are not going to give me enough. The ancient dragons were dicks. They had a crystal that makes them double immortal. It didn't give it to Seath, the only one of their kind who wasn't immortal. Yes, I have also seen the fantastic great video. How's it feel, Seath, to be a bitch? Oh, that video is so damn fun. Okay. Oh, we are absolutely putting on our new spells. Lightning. Oh my god. Okay. Well, obviously we're going to run Crystal Soul Spear. And we're going to run regular Soul Spear. And we're going to run Homing Soul Mass. And we're going to run I've already got Remedy on. Really don't think we need Remedy right now. So we will instead run Great Soul Arrow and yeah, Great Heavy Soul Arrow. That should be good. Oh, hell yes. I spent so much effort to get 44 intelligence to use this spell. Oh! There's another chest. Hello. prism stones. Oh. Okay. Okay, I hear breathing. We already know we can handle the crystal things without too much trouble. Not bad. You are surprisingly resistant to damage. Yep, you're definitely going to take more. Assuming you want the Moonlight Greatsword, you need to attack the very tip of his main black tentacle where it doesn't have crystals on its side. I'll give it a shot. I honestly don't have any real interest in the Moonlight Greatsword, aside from just, you know, the sake of collecting it. But, I mean, if the opportunity arises, there's not any harm in trying to get it. Is that me breathing? I think that's just me breathing. But my main goal right now is to get up to the 30,000 souls I need in order to purchase Big Hat Logan's last spell. That's my primary goal at this time. Yep. It definitely sounded like someone was coming from over there. It's just a shame that I didn't look sooner. Oh, that did nothing. Okay. Nope. You do not like to stagger. Okay, good. Separate you a little bit. Good. Gotcha. Moonlight Greatsword is about on par with a Magic Claymore in damage, but the heavy attack shoots lasers that absolutely annihilate your weapon's durability. I don't know if I want that. Still, if the opportunity arises and it looks like it's going to be practical, then I will attempt to get the thing from Seath. So, the very tip of his main back tentacle. Got it. I even got this magic crystal that makes us immortal for some reason.
Oh,
It's really painful to get the tail cut off without a weapon like the lightning
time is a
spear,
resource. Let's delve
but not
in
nearly as hard to
properly.
get as the obsidian greatsword. Alright, there we go. The last sword from Big
The
Hat
tomb
Logan.
stored a great pool somewhere. All pro and I sliced.
So,
Hello there. Oh, farewell.
so do I just, like, reload the area to get this? Or do I meet up with him later? On second thought, I'm already killing a bunch of stuff in the Crystal Forest, so let's not reload the area just yet. So that's about 120,000 souls worth of purchases I just made, huh? Woo, that is a pretty forest. Kill Seath and return to his original boss room. Okay. A beautiful double kill. Not bad at all. Imminent danger zone. Good luck. Praise the sun. Oh god, that's right. I'm still human. That's why I'm not used to the sound of my breathing, because I'm normally dead. I never thought about that. I rarely have reason to breathe because I'm so usually dead. Okay. That's actually really funny. Okay. Crystal Cave. Let's do this. I've already overcome what is supposed to be the worst corpse run in this game. So... Okay. So this is the area with the invisible paths. I have heard about this. What literally no one has ever mentioned when talking about this, because people have said like, oh, you can like throw things, or you can look at the snow. What I've never heard anyone say describing this is the sound. The first thing I noticed was the sound, and the sound is what really grabbed my attention. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's new. I'm betting that this is not going to kill you. It would appear that I was correct. Crap. Crap. Okay, that is a big problem. Okay, that is not hitting at all. I'm assuming I would need a bow to kill this thing. Okay. So it's a straight path here. You look big and scary. Oh no, okay. You're the same. It was just the lighting. No, 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 you actually are bigger and tougher. Crap. Okay. Because Manus, Capra Demon, and the Four Kings also have bad runs for various... You know, that's actually a good point. The run for Capra Demon sucked. I absolutely hated everything about the run for Capra Demon. Honestly, the entire thing with Capra Demon really put me off for, like, most of the game, if I'm being completely honest. Okay. Alright, that's fine. So I don't have this guy's attention yet. Now I do! Okay, that's fine. Alright, you know what? Just run past him. Shites! Ah, damn it. That is the first time I have died in a long while. Okay. That's fine. So now I know. Don't anger the butterfly. Don't anger the butterfly, and if at all possible, don't bother fighting against the crystals. Especially not like the stronger, more yellowy crystals. They are just not worth the time or the effort. Yeah, in complete honesty, I really do mean it. Like, if there was anything that was going to have made me just be like, no, I'm done. I don't actually want to play this game anymore. My curiosity's satisfied. I don't care. It would have been the entire experience of the Capra Demon. The fight itself, the run back, just nothing about that was fun. Nothing at all about it was fun. I despised it. I think it was absolute trash. Not sure the lore significance of Seath constructing the moonlight butterflies. Like, what was the point of making neutral butterflies with laser beams? Oh, you didn't pick up on it? Because I think I actually completely understand Seath now. I think I have a complete understanding of his psychology. He's a creep and a pervert. Oh! Oh, he doesn't respawn. Well, that's easy. Okay. Yeah, Seath is just a pervert. That's really all there is to it. I really don't think it's more complicated than that. Okay. Alright, if these guys aren't going to respawn, then I am going to spend the effort to kill them. Yep. They do a double swing on that attack. And now he's dead. Okay. That's fine. So this goes up here. Okay. So this just went backward. How can it be a pervert if his genitals are covered up by crystals? What I mean when I describe Seath as a pervert specifically is that I think he has a fascination with... I think Seath has a fascination with the taboo. I think all things that are forbidden or not allowed are the things that truly entice Seath. And among those things, I think one of the things Seath finds most interesting is life itself. Life is not a thing that existed when Seath was first around. As, you know, as an ancient dragon, presumptively Seath existed before disharmony existed in the world. Seath was there to see the first concept of life. And I imagine that, I mean, given how much Seath seems to be involved in altering life, in altering, you know, the way that life is, in creating Priscilla, who, the very term crossbreed implies a specific intention of combining parental lineage. I think Seath is fascinated by the concept of life, having never truly been alive, and relying on the crystal, which renders him simultaneously immortal and undead in a way that no one else is. And I think it is the exploration of these concepts in which Seath is a pervert, as I say. One cannot particularly explore the concept of life and all of its nuance without sex becoming a necessary component of that. A necessary component of that equation. That was bullshit. Okay, so clearly there is some other kind of path down here that I am not finding. You mean like creating life and twisting water-based soul into sorcery? I think it is very difficult to properly understand how an entity like Seath thinks and operates. It is a primordial creature of a type that is simply, I think, probably incomprehensible. And I sort of love that stuff. I've always a sucker for things which are eldritch. For things which are beyond the realms of human understanding and perception. Dragons, while they are commonly presented in media as being, you know, intelligent and wise and ancient in ways that are, you know, beyond mortal ken, dragons are not usually presented as eldritch. They are not usually presented as having a form of existence which is truly and utterly incomprehensible to a mortal mind. Okay. So, where the hell do I go from here? That's what I don't get. the geometry of that crystal is absolute BS. Miyazaki definitely leaned into the Eldritch, with Logan going insane from the knowledge, Seath malformation causing tentacles. I've thought a lot about the concept of tentacles and, like, cosmic horror and the Eldritch, and why they are such a repeating motif. And I think it's really just because of how completely alien tentacles really are to the human experience. Like, there is nothing about our bodies and our way of interacting with the world that is like a tentacle. The way that they are able to move defies, easy understanding. Motifs of crystals is also quite interesting for this conversation. Spreads over landscape and is curseable to take over us in trees. Yes, that is another good point. I think one reason that crystals show up time and time again is because crystals are inorganic, but they also grow. You can grow crystals, and it's very easy to grow crystals. And it's very easy to even grow, like, very sizable crystals. And yet, they are not alive. They are not living things. I think that's one of the most fascinating things about them. Okay, seriously, where the hell do I go from here? I don't know, man. Annelids and polychats have quite tentacle adjacent movement. Yeah, I guess. Seriously, where do I go? Is it a crystal mass I need to do something with over here? Okay, there's... Alright, there's a point to walk through there. Alright, I see it. There's an invisible path this way. Okay. Good. Okay. Also look backwards after falling. Thank you. I would have completely missed that if not for your message. Okay. This is the same area that I already was. But it looks like the path continues. Okay. This looks like a straight, uninterrupted path. Very good. I am not even remotely interested in that item over there. A bunch of crystal lizards on that alcove. I have no interest in dealing with them. Oh, this is where these are! RT ran into one of these in his randomizer. I'm gonna be honest, I figured that these would be, like, I don't know, by a body of water. Very interesting. Skull clams. But then again, clams usually form pearls around, like, invasive material or foreign material that gets inside their moths. So there's two ways to interpret this, and both are really weird. The first way to interpret these skull pearls is, one, these things are exclusively feeding on people, and for some reason the skull is the only part that they can't consume. Or two, and much more weirdly, these things form human skulls as the pearlification process, which is really bizarre, and yet really does seem like the more likely interpretation of what I'm seeing here. Okay. Cool. Alright, that's the clam that's hurt. Get it in front. Alright, clam down. Second is that clam. Okay, that's fine. Nope. Got it. Heal. Damn it. Dodged into them instead of away. Okay. We don't know if Seath knows about the baby over everlasting dragon. If he did, I can't imagine that he would just leave it there at Ash Lake. I can't imagine that Seath would be aware of an ancient dragon and not have made an active attempt to, like, remove or retrieve it. Alternatively, though, it could be that the baby dragon was put there by someone specifically to hide it. To prevent any of, you know, Gwyn's folk from just killing it on sight. That is another possibility. Also makes sense the Channeler is inside the Undead Parish Church, as Virgin Women of the Way of White would be there, as seen by Irina praying there at the end of her quest. Ah. Interesting. Okay. I really want to get this Lord Soul tonight. Havel and some other dudes put it in there or something. I don't know. The whole thing is screwy. Yeah, Dark Souls is really screwy. Okay, so we're not going to bother trying to grab those items anymore. Where are you even going? Toward the glowies. Toward the places where it appeared that snow was falling onto invisible platforms and I would be able to go. So if I see a glowy, and I see what appears to be an invisible path leading in the direction of the glowy, I come to the conclusion that perhaps the invisible path is there and leads toward the glowy. And then I attempt to reach the glowy using the invisible path. And then I walk off, for in a cruel twist of fate, it turns out that where I thought there was path, there was in fact not. Truly the most fiendish of traps ever laid, to make a person believe that where there is ground, when there in fact is none. There are a number of variations on this classic trap. For instance, many villains have a very dastardly form of trap that they like to employ, where in their lairs, in places where it would be more convenient for there to be ground, they instead replace the ground with lava. Truly, only the most clever of minds are capable of conceiving of such stratagems. Hidden platform is super misleading. It's a slight right bend that goes straight ahead. Yeah, I'm not going to be bothering trying to get it. I do not care enough about the glowy to make the attempt. Oh, hello. It seems like this path is pretty much just straight, though. And this time, I don't think I'm really going to bother with the clams. There's definitely something sparkly up ahead. So we're just going to go here. Oh, this is the Seath Arena, isn't it? Okay, so the tip of the tail on the back. That is the objective. He looks so awkward. Hey, bro, what's up? Okay. Ah. So, slight problem. Cool. Alright, first priority. Haha! Alright, now he's gonna be pissed. Okay. Damn it. Oh, God, he'll actually try to petrify you. Okay. Okay. Man, that is hard to hit. Surprised you're doing decent damage with sorcery. I do have 44 int, so... It's going pretty well. Ugh, he does not want me to get... Oh, that's not even his back tentacle. No, that's his back tentacle. Ah, okay. Wow, he does not want me back there. Okay, you know what? Screw the Moonlight Greatsword. Never mind, he stopped doing it. Crap. Heal. I don't know what he's doing, but let's heal. Okay, fine. Those damn crabs, or those damn clams, still being bothersome. Okay. I would already have completely solved this fight if I wasn't trying to see if I can get this thing. Okay. Almost. Best interest to cut his middle tail. Yes. Whoop. Alright, well, no Moonlight Greatsword. That's okay. The important thing is that I got the Lord Soul. Not bad. Okay, so that's 60,000 souls there. It's alright. I wasn't going to make multiple attempts at it just to make sure that I got it. It's fine. Duke's Archives. Let's head back to Seath's original boss room. Okay, so it does lead you here. That's good. Actually, before I do that, let's go ahead and upgrade the flasks again. Hello! Thanks for reinforcing my flask. Also, as an introvert, I appreciate you don't say anything. I guess it doesn't really matter for people who just want to snipe away instead of direct confrontation. I mean, you do see I'm in heavy armor with a greatsword, and that the vast majority of that fight on Seath was done by direct confrontation, right? I mean, it really doesn't... It really doesn't matter. If there was a wrong way to play Dark Souls, then guess what? The wrong way wouldn't be here. Yeah, I did spend all my Soul Spear on him. Of course I did. I was fighting a boss, and I was fighting a boss, and I had Soul Spears. Why wouldn't I use them on him? It would be insane to have a build that's running the Soul Spears and not use them.
Master, it seems I intend you see with them. You have
before. Cool.
Oh, hell, then as pro.
That's kind of like saying, man, I can't believe you used your Gravelord Greatsword on Seath. Like, why would you even have that? It's like, I have it. Of course I'd use it. Yeah, we'll get one of those.
That'll do it. That should...
Not bad. Alright. Now let's go and find ourselves a Logan. Besides, it's not like I ignored the opportunity. Just saying int is all about dark beads and one-shotting bosses. Okay, and? I don't see why there should be any kind of negative connotation to that. Like, using effective strategies is practical. Besides, I specifically wanted to explore sorcery in this game because I've never actually seen anyone play Dark Souls use magic. Anytime I've ever seen a Dark Souls video, it's always been someone who's, you know, either running crazy big weapons or just hopping around like Yoda. I wanted to specifically check out the magic system in this game because I was utterly ignorant of all of it. Just in case I'm being too subtle about it, I will state very clearly my opinion on this right now. Very, very bluntly. Anyone who gets upset about people playing the games they like wrong, they are adding nothing of value to the conversation by being upset about it. It's just that simple. They contribute nothing to it. It's definitely one thing to want people to get to experience a game, to want to try and help them, to guide them, to let them know all of their options and be aware of them. But anyone who gets upset about it is actively being detrimental to the entire concept of games, in my opinion. And I understand that it's very easy to fall into that kind of trap, because, you know, with games we love, we're very attached to them. We have real, serious emotions regarding these things. And it's very, very easy to get stuck in that place where we can personalize the way that people play. Because we want other people to be able to play a game and to experience the kind of experience that we had when we played it. And we see that they're doing it in a way, and we're worried it might prevent them from having that, because it might make something too difficult or too easy. And we try... we don't want that. We want them to like it. Okay, a large magic ember. So, is Big Hat Logan supposed to be in this room somewhere? Like, I am not seeing him. It's possible I'm not paying close enough attention. I don't know. What? You're the one who guided me here after Seath. Had to talk to him first for him to go away. What? Talk to him back in the dim room? I did talk to him after I bought all of his stuff. Or did I have to talk to him after I beat Seath and then he moves up here? We've got way too many of these damn things. Might as well just use them to teleport. Ah. I will say this. I think that the way that Dark Souls quest designs are structured, I actually think it works pretty decently here. Like in a game that is this small and this contained.
Hooey, stay clear, curses up.
Okay. So we talk to you. Post Seath, you talk to him, reload, you pick up his clothes, and then you go to Seath. Okay, got it. But I will say, for Elden Ring, because Elden Ring had like the same kind of design philosophy for NPC quests, where it was very, very open-ended, very like, we're not going to give you any clue of where these things are. That kind of design philosophy, I think, was a bad decision for Elden Ring. Elden Ring is too big of a game with too many places to go, and quite frankly, it is not, in my opinion, it is not possible to do all the NPC quests in Elden Ring without a guide. I genuinely do not think it is. I do not think it is reasonable to expect your players to be able to figure out all of these steps on their own. Now, on the one hand, I really like the way that this inspires community interaction and discussion. I think that is great. But I also think it is a disservice that the game itself is oppressively designed in such a way that a substantial portion of its content is invisible without the aid of external sources. In a game here like Dark Souls, the world is much smaller. The number of NPCs is much smaller. I think it is more reasonable in this setting. And especially because the entire design philosophy here is to be oppressive. And let me tell you why I think it would be a good idea. So, imagine this. Imagine that in order to make a note about a quest, the player actually had to take like some kind of proactive step. Like they had to press a button or something. Alexander has 3 steps. Beat Radon, talk to him in a random spot in Gelmir. Yes. But just imagine that, like, you had to press a button. And this would, like, record something to, like, a journal or a logbook or something. It doesn't even have to tell you where to go, but it could just be a log of the interactions that you have had. Okay, just imagine that. Now, holy hell, that hurt. Wow. Also, he took off his clothes. Alright, Big Hat Logan is nude. But now that you have a quest log in this world, you can do some really cool stuff with it if you want. So, picture, for instance, what if there was a debuff that began to affect your logbook? What if there was some kind of, like, a madness effect, something that interfered with your perception of your logbook itself, altering your memory or what you think is there. You could, if you do not like the concept of having that kind of quest tracking, you can do something with it. You can turn it into a strength, into a mechanic used in your game. This is a possibility, and I think a really interesting one. But it's just not ever realized. You could use it to have more oppressive game design features. It doesn't have to just be something that makes the game easier. It can be an additional possibility for storytelling and for mechanics. The thing about Dark Souls quest lines is while their quests are smaller in areas, you can mess things up simply by progressing a little bit. That's another thing I really, really, really think should not at all have carried over to quest design in Elden Ring. You can't have a game that is that open-ended and also have it so that, like, a bunch of crucial, fascinating, interesting moments are just completely locked out unless you randomly decide at different portions to completely abandon all of your exploration. I do not understand that decision. And keep in mind, all of this is coming from someone who absolutely thinks Elden Ring is an 11 out of 10 masterpiece. That game was amazing. There's a reason I have a 100% save file for Elden Ring, because I loved it that much. There's a reason I'm now playing Dark Souls. It's because I loved Elden Ring that much. But I always think that these things can be improved. God damn it. I'm having so much trouble now just getting back to Seath's freaking room. Oh, boy. Nobody told me Heisel pulls a "would you love me if I were at work?" Yeah, I think this type of quest design is fascinating. And if you were going into this completely blind, it would be very interesting to see how things were different from playthrough to playthrough. And it would very much contribute to making the world feel very, very alive. But I just don't think that exact design philosophy has a place in something like Elden Ring without it being a problem. Like, if you took away all external information sources, if you took away, like, my Fextra life, if you took away, you know, forums and wikis, if you took that stuff away, I would not have even done 20 hours of Elden Ring. I wouldn't have even done 20 hours of it. I simply would not have considered it to be worth my time or attention. And I would not have enjoyed a good portion of my time with it. There is a limit to how much oppressive design I am willing to put up with. You need these additional sources of information, I think. Especially if you're someone who's just completely new to the series. Real Talk IC is in my top 5 Souls baddies. She's a serial murderer who has 0 lines of dialogue. Alright. So now I know what to do. We drop a Soul Mass and then we go in with the Crystal Spear. We're going to make this fast. Okay. Alright, let's go. God damn. That was a Mexican standoff right there. Alright, got him. And that is Sorcery, White Dragon Breath, Big Hat. Most importantly, the 10 Crystallization Catalyst. At long last, I have the 10 Crystallization Catalyst. There it is. With a magic adjustment going from 217 up to 280 from an A intelligence scaling to an S. Ooh. Oh, hell yes. Now that is a stick worthy of my attention. I love this thing. Crystallization lowers your usable magic charges. I do know about that. But it is also very, very cool looking. So, I think it's important to keep that in mind as well. But I did accomplish what I wanted to do today. I did manage to get the next Lord Soul. And the one that I was actually most sort of dreading doing. We were able to bring about my the final form of my sorcery build. Let's see if Logan's stuff is here or if we're going to have to reset. Just in case. Sage Roads, Traveling Gods, Traveling Group, and Logan's Catalyst. Now, Logan's Catalyst has a magic adjustment at 230, but still has the S scaling. But this one does not reduce my number of uses. So, as cool as the crystal looks, and I may use the crystal one on bosses, but for just randomly running around, this is my new thing. And I think it might be time to see if I can maintain my role with a big hat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the same roll. Okay, that's fine. Then yes. We can now wear the big hat. Oh! Right. I did all that without my Chloranthy ring. Or I could go White Seance for an additional attunement slot. So let's go Soul Spear and double Soul Masses. So now we are running an absolutely crazy amount of stuff. I don't know which one is the Fab Ring. Oh, the Ring of Favor and Protection? Or... Yeah, I have no idea what one you're referring to. Are these two both the same and giving me one extra? No, the Dark Moon Ring is even better. Okay. That is good to know. Sure, just Great Soul Arrow. Alright. Now that is a magic build. Okay. One more thing I want to get done before I end the stream tonight. Because I think Andre is just down here, isn't he? Did we ever buy the Bellowing Dragoncrest ring from Griggs? No. I don't even know if I ever found Griggs. It doesn't sound familiar. And that is just enough.
How about I fight?
Sure. Have a Dark Ember. Why not?
I sense. I'll be seeing. Be careful.
And let's buy the Crest of Artorias. Keep calling Griggs Orbeck. And just do a nice cheeky repair here. Can I reinforce my big hat? Is that a thing my big hat can do? I can enforce the big hat. Big hat +1. Big hat +2. Big hat +3. Big hat +4! That actually is a not insignificant amount of armor.
Don't get yourself. Neither of us want to.
And I think down here leads to, yeah, to the forest area. And I know that leads to the open seal. So on the next episode, the next time I stream, we are going to run into the next area, and we are going to see if we can access the DLC. Can you tell me exactly what it is I need to access the DLC? I'm not 100% certain. We didn't start the DLC beginning steps, so we can't get the Crown of Dusk for plus 20% damage. Okay. Alright, so we can't get that. You kill the Hydra in Darkroot Basin. Okay. I'll just pretend I know where Darkroot Basin is. Is that connected to the area? The green area? Okay, good. So, that's what we're going to do. Next time, we are going to take our character, who is no longer to see anything that's going on, and we're going to go into the DLC, where all of the effort I have spent building up my magic is going to immediately and cruelly prove to have been wasted. So look forward to that, because it's going to be absolutely hilarious. Thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you all on the next one. It is time to make the sound to summon the end of the stream. Wow, 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 wow.